We're leaving the UK in about 4 weeks, and this is the part that you don't normally see. It's the chaos of packing, getting everything organised. It's the bit before the airport, the bit before all the fun stuff begins. So it's just me and Jai, first Borneo, then Thailand, and then who knows where. All right, so the practical stuff first, and I think this is really useful if you're about to do this yourself. Flights and accommodation. Everything is booked. I've got all the flights booked, all the accommodation booked, but they're not paid in full yet. So everything is flexible, it's cancelable, that's a real word, it's changeable. Not so much the flights, don't really want to change those because it does cost, but all of the hotels I've booked, all the accommodation is flexible. And I do that on purpose because I really don't want to be locked into plans. If something changes, if our plans change, if we decide we don't want to be somewhere, or if we want to stay longer somewhere, then we do have that flexibility. And I really love that when I'm traveling. And I do believe that being flexible is worth more than paying a slightly cheaper rate. Selling things, well, we were really lucky this time around because actually we didn't have that much stuff. We sold pretty much everything before we went to Europe and Southeast Asia in 2024. So we didn't have loads and loads of belongings. But obviously I have bought stuff. We just spent, 2 years in Asia and Australia and India, and all we really had was summer clothes. So coming back to the UK in March meant I had to buy warm jumpers, I had to buy coats, I had to buy trousers and things. So all of that stuff I am now selling on Vinted, which I love Vinted because it's a great way to sell stuff that don't need. It's helping us to pack lighter. And also Jai's outgrown everything. Honestly, he has grown so much in the last few months even. And the things that fitted him 6 months ago don't fit him anymore. So he's had to have new shoes, new clothes, new everything, which is, part of life, right? All of the admin-y stuff, I'm kind of going through all of it now. I had a really long to-do list to start with, and I am slowly working through it. I've just got my international driving license. Our immunisations have been checked and we're up to date with everything. My repeat prescriptions are organised, and I'm going to make sure I've got enough medications to travel with. Our visas are getting sorted. So the visas, we don't need visas for most countries, but you do need to do an electronic arrivals card, which I can't do until 3 days before we fly. And we got new passports last month. So our passports are up to date, brand new, ready to go. When it comes to money, I've got a Wise card, which I really love using. And I've also got Revolut. So basically I use these as my main cards, mainly Wise. They're much better than using your normal bank account. The fees on a normal bank card are normally really high when you're overseas. So Wise, Revolut, and there are others as well. They give you a better exchange rate, plus you can preload them with money. So if something does happen and you lose your card, or you get hacked or something happens, you're not losing your whole bank account, you're just losing the money that you loaded onto that card. So Wise is great. There's a link that I've got in the description that you can click on and you can get a great deal with Wise. Travel insurance, I use Safety Wing. I think Safety Wing are really good because they are designed for digital nomads and long-term travellers. You could pay each month, you can extend it while you're away, which most travel insurance companies don't let you do. And it covers Jai as well. And again, there's a link if you want to grab my affiliate link for Safety Wing. It's in the description as well. Subscriptions. This is one of the things that I think a lot of people tend to forget about, is cancelling all of those subscriptions that you've got. So obviously things like Netflix and your Wi-Fi and all those things you probably remember. But I have things delivered, or I have things I've subscribed to that I've kind of forgotten about. And if you're not going to use it while you're away, cancel it. So make sure you go through your bank statements, find all of those subscriptions, whether you know about them, whether you're going to keep them, whether you've forgotten about them. Cancel the ones you don't need, cancel the ones you're not going to use while you're away. And you could probably save yourself quite a bit of money. All of those £2, £10 subscriptions, they really do add up. So that's a really good thing to get on top of as soon as you can. And then it's the fun bit. So yeah, we're going to Borneo first. It's Jai's choice. Jai's always wanted to go to Borneo. And we're going to go and see the orangutans and do some jungle stuff. So I'm looking at trips, I'm looking at days out, I'm looking at things that we can do together and, you know, make some really amazing memories. And then I have decided to go to Thailand after Borneo. We've got friends who are going to be there that we're going to meet up with. And there's a really good expat community where we're going, world school hubs, all that kind of thing. So after spending a couple of weeks, just me and Jai, I think we're both going to want a bigger community, more friends, more people to talk to. And, you know, for me, that's what this is all about, traveling and world schooling. It is all about making new friends, meeting new people, building that sense of community. And that's what I'm looking forward to when we get to Thailand. So now the honest bit. It's not all lists and logistics and things. There's a lot of emotional ups and downs that goes along with this, with leaving your family and friends and country and going away for a long time. I am really, really excited, genuinely. I don't know how many times I've done this, left my home to travel and not know when I'm going to come back. This certainly isn't the first time I've done it. You know, I lived in Australia for 12 years. But it's never easy. It's never easy. There's always a mild anxiety behind, have I made the right decision? Am I doing the right thing? Am I prepared for every situation? And I think that anxiety is certainly a little bit higher now that I've got Jai to consider. And obviously this time around, it was just going to be me and Jai for the first couple of months, which is fine. You know, we were on our own in India and obviously we were fine, but, you know, we're going to miss Jeff, we're going to miss people. And I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing by Jai as well, of course. You know, we've been back for 8 weeks now, and 8 weeks isn't really long enough to see everybody and spend time with everybody that we wanted to. Time goes so fast, and before you know it, it's time to leave, and we've barely seen some people at all. And of course, you know, there's people who are getting older. And I felt this a lot in Australia, I think, living the other side of the world. We did have family members that got really very sick and we did have to come back. And I just hope, obviously, I hope that doesn't happen. The excitement of leaving is there, balanced against the sadness of leaving people behind. And even people who are young and fit and healthy, you know, you just know that you're not going to see them all the time. And that's, you know, it is hard. And I won't sugarcoat that and pretend it's not, because it's always going to be a difficult aspect of relocating overseas or long-term travel. But there are other things I'm going to miss about the UK. For example, I'm going to miss some of the food. And I know that sounds a bit crazy, but I'm going to miss proper fish and chips, roast dinners, decent fried breakfast, all the healthy stuff. And there's a few things about Asia that I really don't miss at all, and I am not looking forward to. For example, not being able to flush toilet paper. That's pretty gross. Mosquitoes, constantly. Having to put mosquito spray on every single evening is never fun. Waking up in the morning and counting the bites, I hate that. And I'm not looking forward to that at all. So yeah, there are things I'm gonna miss about the UK. There are things I'm not looking forward to about, you know, the tropics. But yeah, it all balances itself out, doesn't it, in the end? And when I think about what we're doing, what we're going to do, I know this is the right decision for us. If you're at that stage of actually planning your exit from the UK, the exit plan walks you through the whole thing. The practical steps, the financial stuff, the visas, the schooling options, everything that I have learnt and figured out traveling across multiple countries over 21 months with Jai is all in this guide. It's only £29 and the link is in the description or it's in my bio. So have a look, check it out and start planning your own exit. But if you want to sit down with me and talk about your specific situation, your timeline, your finances, your goals, your kids' needs, I also offer one-to-one planning calls. This is where we can sit down and chat over Zoom and get really crystal clear on where you are now, where you want to be and how you're going to get to that point. It's also in the description, so have a look at that as well if you really are serious about doing this. And I'm going to be filming in Borneo and Thailand from the middle of June, so make sure you subscribe to follow along and drop me a comment. What are you up to right now? Are you in planning mode as well? Are you actively preparing to leave, or are you still in that dreaming phase and not sure what you're doing yet? Let me know where you're at. I do read every single comment and I really love hearing from you. I'll see you in the next video.